on Christmas Eve, 2022, an Ark video was uploaded, and it began with nothing but a poem. This is a story about a monster, one that is real and will fright you, but do not fear, for he will draw near and take the chance to smite you. And look upon our heroes and do what is done least, and see as they try, and quite possibly die, to the one they call the Beast. This was the start of what, to my knowledge, may be the first and only Ark ARG to ever be made. And now, the video is gone. Inaccessible to the public, but lucky for me, I was able to get a copy, and now I can take you along as we look into the weird and disturbing story of Ark's first ARG. After the poem, Christmas music begins to play, and we see the title for this portion of the video called Chapter 1. But after that, there's a quick flash of a billboard reading, "He draws near." It's pretty easy to assume that he must be the Beast from the beginning of the episode, but that is nearly all we are given. The rest of Chapter 1 is just 3 friends playing Ark, but right before the video ends, we are given this clip.
You will die in 7 days.
It flashes between a man standing in the brush and a picture of a stone room with 2 torches. And once the camera approaches the character in the bush, he says, "You will die in 7 days." Before the player whose perspective the video is set in wakes up as if it were a dream. Which is a good time to mention that though these stories, there are new characters in every chapter, but a cast of 3 remain throughout pretty much the entire video. There is the main character whose perspective we are seeing, and there are 2 other characters, one who wears black and one who wears cyan. So this is how I will be referring to them. Episode 2 at the first glance seems to be an uneventful one, if you look at it in terms of the ARG. At the very beginning of the episode, a quick flash on the billboard again shows the text, "I am in control." And that would seem to be it for the episode. But that isn't truly the case. Upon further inspection, if you look carefully, you will notice that the 4th person in the episode that isn't our 3 main characters is actually the same character that appeared in the dream in the episode before. Though I have some speculations as to what this might be at the moment, we do not have enough info, so we have to continue to episode 3. Let me just tell you now that in this video, things escalate quickly. The intro starts differently. This time it isn't a billboard like before, it's a sunset. It quickly shifts to an unsettling black and white distorted image that reads, "The events have been set in motion," before quickly shifting back to happy music and normal Ark antics. And if that isn't already creepy enough, in this video a woman joins the cast, and they play through Ark, but right at the end, after she walks away, the POV then switches to something seemingly following her in the woods. Heavy breathing can be heard, and the girl seems to react like she noticed something only before the breathing increases. And she is shot by a tranq dart and taken behind a rock and brutalized with a sword. Quick intermission, only 2 videos remain before I embark on the biggest, craziest project I have ever tried to do on this channel. And I don't want to spoil anything, but it's something you definitely don't want to miss out on. So if you'd like, subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out. And now back to the video. It did definitely escalate quickly. If it wasn't a game as goofy as Ark, it might actually be really disturbing. Off of these first 3 episodes, it seems as though there is a killer amongst them. Maybe it could be one of the main characters, or maybe it could be an other entity altogether. But I'm gonna hold off because only 2 more episodes remain, and everything that seems is going on is quickly changed in the next couple episodes. In episode 4, there is no beginning words or anything to help us figure out more of what is going on. And it isn't until halfway through the video when out of nowhere the perspective changes and we see this. The body of a character that had just joined them for this episode is laying there. It is picked up and carried slowly into one of the rooms in the house. And behind the chest, there's a small space where we see the body of the girl from the episode before. Now let's talk about the 5th and final episode. It begins with the main characters all sitting around a Christmas tree, before they go off and seem to do something only to return with Cyan noticeably missing. The 2 remaining characters sit and presumably are waiting for Cyan for seemingly a while before they turn and see a black present sitting in the corner. As Black walks over to the present, he opens it, and all that is in there is a note that reads, "He is in the maze." The 2 characters then approach a giant and dark maze and enter. They slowly go through the dark and poorly lit labyrinth full of capros and raptors before finally entering a room in the middle of the maze, and in there is nothing but Cyan's body. Black runs over to Cyan to pick him up, only for the screen to turn red, and then the main character pulls out a gun and shoots Black in the head. And then it ends. The only thing left was black text that read, "To be continued." So many questions remain unanswered from this video. Why did the killer have a dream that he was going to die? Why was the dream the same person from the 2nd episode? Why is the killer killing people at all? Why did he permanently seem so unaware, or was he just acting all along? What is the room from the dream? There's a lot of speculation to be done here, and it has nearly been 2 years since this video came out, and there has been nothing. And unfortunately, this is where the video ends. As soon as there is an update, I will be the first person to let everyone know. But I just have to hope the project isn't done and there's something to stay tuned for. But something tells me that there may be answers already out there and we just haven't figured them out yet. Thank you for watching. So this absolute baddie wakes up on the beach and is like, uh-oh, I'm drowning. Once she gets to the shore, she gets the little thing in her arm gets all itchy. She goes all pedo over a dodo, and this guy is just so unamused. This gentleman here is Bob, and they briefly discuss how they don't know how they got here and that they are from 2 completely different times. Chekhov's snail. After a little Jurassic Park reference, we get a flashback to the nervous wreck that is Helena Walker, that babe that was on the beach. And she just casually pops some pills, as one does. She talks some nerd shit on stage and everybody loves her. I wish I could say the same